Alright, and welcome to the very first module of the Practical Edit workshop. In this module we're going to be discussing just the basics of setting up the computer to function more like a PC and be more edit friendly. So we're going to talk about enabling the function keys to operate as F1 through F15 keys. We're going to talk about increasing the tracking speed to be greater than or roughly equal to 60%. We're going to enable secondary click, and we're going to disable the scroll and natural direction. So let's get into it. First up, we're going to come up here to the top right. We're going to go up to the Apple logo. We're going to click on System Preferences. And our first stop is going to be Keyboard. So we're going to click on Keyboard, and we're going to click on this box that says Use F1, F2, etc. keys as standard function keys. Now what that does is that enables all of these function keys to now be function keys. So it takes away the brightness up and down, play and pause, fast forward and rewind, volume up and down and mute. It strips all those away. Now these can be assigned to different things within Premiere. So we're going to make sure that box is checked. We're going to hit back. We're going to go over here to the mouse, right? And the mouse by default is going to have its tracking speed set very low, right? So it's down here at about 30%. We're going to want to take that up to at least 60, right? Now what it does is that increases the speed at which that mouse goes across the screen. Now me personally, I like it all the way up, but that's a personal preference for you. I would highly recommend you go to at least 60%. That way you're not having to constantly retract the mouse on the mouse pad. All right, next up, we're going to take a look at left and right click. So right here it says left click is primary, right click is primary. So what that means is that both sides are actually set to left click. So if we change this right side over here to secondary button, that makes it to where we have a left and a right click just like we would on a PC, right? So now if we right click, we actually get a window like a secondary click. Before, if they're both set to primary, you have to hit Control and click. Because if you just hit it by itself, it would not do anything. Alright, so we have our left click, our right click, we have our tracking speed set up, and the last thing is scroll in natural direction. Now, by default, this is checked on, and what this does is this controls the center mouse wheel right here in the center. And what that does is when it's on, if you scroll up, up is now down. And if you scroll down, down is up. To me, that drives me nuts. So what I like to do, and this is a personal preference, is I uncheck that box so that mouse wheel, if I scroll up, it is up, and if I scroll down, it is down. Personal preference, you may love it, up to you. So now we're going to hit back, and to get out of this quickly, I'm going to hit Command and Q. I want to drive this home now, right? If you were looking up here at these windows, and you look next to any one of these commands, you'll see hotkeys, right? So our hotkey for quit, that is a Command and Q. So I'm going to hit Command and Q to quickly close out of that. And that concludes our first module. Enable the function keys to operate as standard function keys. We increased our tracking speed, and we enabled secondary click. We also disabled scroll and natural direction. Alright, that's it for Module 1. I'll see you in Module 2.